Example 2 says to find the standard form of an equation of a circle having the following properties. So luckily this one only wants standard form and not standard form and general form. Okay, standard form is our x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So I need two things. I need my center, I need my HK, and I need my radius. Those are the two things we need to write this into standard form. Well, it does tell me that the center is at the origin. So this tells me that my HK equals 0, 0. So I have H, I have K. But then it says containing a point of -2, 3. Okay, so I don't have my radius. But what this is describing here is I have some circle right here with the center at the origin, and then it's got -2, 3 right here on the outside. So, toot, toot, toot. That's my radius right there. So how can I find the distance of that radius? Well, that's what we did last lesson, and that's finding the distance formula, or using the distance formula to find that distance. Okay. My formula for distance is x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Okay, if I call my center x1, y1, then that makes this x2, y2. And what am I finding the distance of? I am finding the distance of my radius. So in place of D, I'm going to put R because that's what I'm finding the distance of. Okay. Plug in your information. X2 is labeled -2 minus x1, which is 0, plus y2 is 3 minus 0, because that's my y1. So we will simplify. And once you put that in your calculator, you should get the square root of 13. This is -2 minus 0 is -2. -2 squared is 4. 3 minus 0 is 3. 3 squared is 9. 4 plus 9 is 13. So now I have my HK and now I have my radius. So now we can plug into this formula. So we have x minus h, h is 0, plus y minus k, which is 0. And that equals my radius, which is the square root of 13 squared. So here we can do some simplifying. X minus 0 is x squared. Y minus 0 makes this y squared. 13, the square root of 13 squared, well, those undo each other, and so this is 13. On B, we have endpoints of the diameter at 1, 4, and -3, 2. Goodness, I don't know why I couldn't. That was like such a struggle to say. Okay, so what that looks like. Okay, I don't even know what my axis is here. I don't know where the middle is. But I have some circle And I have 1 point here at 1, 4. And then the diameter of a circle means it goes through the middle. And then over here, I have the other endpoints of my diameter of -3, 2. Okay, so what I need is the center. I need HK, and I need the radius, which is essentially half of your diameter, right? So I want you to pause this video and I want you to think about how could you get your HK and your radius when you have 2 points that are the diameter of your circle. So pause the video and think about it. And once you have an answer or you're stumped, hit play. Okay, so hopefully you've thought about it. What we're going to do is take these 2 points and find the midpoint. And that will give me my HK. My midpoint is my HK, the center. Okay, then I need to find the radius. You can do it 2 different ways. You can find the distance of the diameter, and then you'd have to cut it in half. But the easiest thing to do is to find the distance between your midpoint and one of your endpoints on the diameter, and that's going to give you your radius. Okay, so let's do that. So I'm going to start with midpoint. And midpoint is x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. This is x1, y1, x2, y2. So let's plug in. Add your x's. That's 1 plus a -3, divide by 2. Add your y's. That is 4 plus 2 divided by 2. So my midpoint is 1 plus a -3 is -2 divided by 2 is -1. 4 plus 2 is 6, divided by 2 is 3. So this is my HK. All right, so now I'm going to find the distance to find my radius. Now again, you can find the distance between these 2 points, but that's going to give you the distance of the diameter, and then you can divide it by 2 to get the radius. Or just find the distance between your midpoint or your HK, your center, and one of the points. So I already have point 1, 4 as x1, y1. So I'm going to call this one x2, y2. And then use your distance formula. I'm not going to rewrite the distance formula because it is right here. So I'm just going to use this and apply it here. So the distance, what we're finding the distance of is my radius. And you got x2, which is -1, right? I'm not using this point anymore. My new x2 is -1 minus x1, which is 1, squared, plus y2, which is 3, minus from my formula y1 of 4. Okay. -1, you can put this on your calculator, right? Put it in your calculator. -1 minus 1 is -2. -2 squared is 4. 1 minus 4 is -1. -1 squared is 1. So 4 plus 1 makes this 5. So I have my radius and I have my HK. So now plug into your formula here. We have x minus h, which is -1. So minus a -1 is +1 squared plus y minus k, and my k is 3. And that equals my radius, which is square root 5 squared. I can't do anything with this, so I'll just rewrite it. For the square root of 5 squared, those cancel, and this equals 5. Okay, so that's how you put equations in standard form when you are missing some information.